Oh, I think it's already live. Let me see. Shouldn't went live just yet, but I think it did. A little early. They changed this whole thing on me. You are live. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. That popped up earlier. They changed the whole settings thing on YouTube for me for going live. And, hmm. So thanks for joining me. And if you could let me know if you can hear me, I'll get started a little earlier than I had planned, but I guess better early than late. So as long as everything is seems to be working, like you can see me, you can hear me. I can hear you. Perfect. Thank you. This just threw me off. I can hear you. Good. I was not expecting it to go live immediately. I'm going to have to read up on YouTube's new studio here. So sweet. All right. Well, hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. We are live early. I did not realize it was going to go live early. I was having problems with the whole new setting and getting my encoder going. And so I guess we are live and we're going. So I'm going to start early. If people come on at 8, they can just rewind later, pick it up later. That's the beauty of videos, is that you can fast forward or rewind to catch what you missed. So tonight, it is Thursday night. I didn't even know if I said I'm Glenda Calkins and it's Thursday night. It's One Sheet Wonder night. Tonight, I am introducing the new paper pack for my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit for January 2026. We will be using the Brushed with Beauty Designer Series paper. This paper pack is gorgeous. If you have already seen my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit cards, the 8 cards that my club members are going to be making, I've been getting lots of emails from club members biting at the bit to get their kit because they love this month's cards. And really, I think it's just the paper. The paper is gorgeous, so I think that's why the cards are gorgeous. So tonight we are going to be using one 12 by 12 sheet of the Brushed with Beauty Designer Series paper, and we're going to create 6 cards with that one sheet. You know what? And I printed out, that's what happens when you go live early. I printed out my One Sheet Wonder template so I knew what I was doing. And I don't know, it's probably still in the printer. Just a second. Yes, it is. All right, my little cheat sheet. All right, so if you are in my club, my One Sheet Wonder Club, you can download and print the One Sheet Wonder pattern. Or if you're in my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club, you will find the pattern and the download project sheet in the photo gallery on my blog. So actually there's 3 ways that you can get the One Sheet Wonder download pattern and the measurements for the cards, and that is either you're a Stamp Camp at Home Card Club member, you're in my One Sheet Wonder Club, or if you email me and say I want the January, what is it, the 8th today? I want the January 8 One Sheet Wonder download project sheet. I'll send you a PayPal invoice for $9.95, and that will be sent in your email box. So let me change the camera and I'll show you these gorgeous products. All right, so my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club members will be getting the full 12 by 12 pack of the Brushed with Beauty Designer Series paper. It is double-sided, gorgeous prints, like I said. It is beautiful paper. This is the one I'm going to be cutting up tonight. to create our 6 cards. Now, club members will create 8 cards, 4 different designs, 2 of each design with their club kit. It is optional. Club members do not need to purchase the bundles. Now, this suite of products has 2 different bundles. It's got the Petals of Beauty Bundle and the Words of Beauty Bundle. They do not need the bundles to create the club cards. They can use any sentiment stamp set that they have on hand. But if they're going to do the one sheet wonders from Thursday night, or the additional club members get bonus PDF files in the photo gallery on my blog using the different products in the suite, then they're probably going to want to purchase the bundle. Another part of the suite tonight is this suite has an embossing folder. It is the beautiful pattern embossing folder. I will be using that as well tonight. These are the gems that, or the pearls, I should say, that the club members will be receiving with their 12 by 12 packet. They're going to get these Pearls of Beauty. So that will be in their kit as well. I am also bringing in this Banner Sayings bundle for tonight because I need some Celebrate cards. So the bundles that coordinate with the paper and that are in the suite, I needed to celebrate and they weren't in there, so I pulled this. This is a new set. It's called Banner Sayings, and it's got the punches, the different banner punches, and then different sentiments that fit into the punch pieces. This, however, is unavailable right now. It is sold out. It will be back into the warehouse. I was going to check on that before I went live, and I went live quicker than I thought, so I haven't checked on that. But I'll have the info under the video. It'll say show more. I'll add that later on tonight. So this is the paper we're going to be using. We're going to create 6 cards. So it's almost 8 o'clock. So the ones that come on at 8, they're really not going to be missing a whole lot. And they can rewind and fast forward once I'm done with the video, or once I've gone live, and they can catch up. So we're going to take this gorgeous print and we're going to cut it at 6 inches by 6 inches. And I'm going to do them at the same time here. Should be able to do that. All right, then we're going to take 2 of the 6 by 6 and we're going to cut them at 2 inches. I'm going to set them aside, and then we're going to cut this at 3 inches. And we're going to do the same with this group here. We're going to cut it at 2 inches. Turn this and cut this at 3 inches. All right, so we have all these little pretty much 3 by 4s, and then we have these strips of 2 inches by 6. So we're going to start with the first card. We're going to start with a strip, and we're going to flip it to the other side, and we're going to put it at 5.5. So this may be our only waste of the night. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm thinking it probably will be. All right. The next thing is my card base. I'm going to start with a very vanilla thick card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to score this at 4.25. So we're going to fold that in half. My first card is going to be horizontal. We're going to take that piece and we're going to attach that across the bottom edge like so. So I'm going to put it maybe like 1/4 of an inch from the bottom edge. That looks good. I'm going to take one of our little pieces here. I'm going to take this one because that's going to go horizontally, and that looks good horizontal. And I'm going to take a piece of the Mossy Meadow, and we're going to mat that. And then we're just going to attach that to our card front. Like so. Then in the bundle, in the suite, you have these dies. There's 3 different framelit dies, which I love a good suite that has a framelit die in it. Let's see, it's these right here. There's 3 that will coordinate with these sentiments. And then you also have the big just because die cuts as well. But we're going to use this, the Mossy Meadow ink, and the It's Your Birthday stamp. And we're just going to stamp that strip. Now you can pop that up or you can leave it flat. I just got an email today from Pirate Ship. That's where I ship out all my class. I ship my stuff for my club through Pirate Ship, and postage is going up yet again. It's killing me. So you might want to pop things up if you're mailing, just to leave it flat, because lately it's just like everything that's popped up is costing more money to mail. But I am popping it up because I do like the look of the pop-up. So we're going to put that across there, and then we're going to come in with our Pearls of Beauty. Pearls of Beauty. And I'm going to take these like crumb cake color ones, and I'm going to put a couple along the side here. And then I'll put a little one over here. So that's the first one. Now for the inside, if you have more of that designer series paper, you can stamp that. If you have the stamp set, you can stamp or die cut some flowers and put that on the inside. You may decorate the inside however you like. That's the first one. Card number 2, we're going to bring in some Mossy Meadow. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to fold that in half. Now this time, we're going to go vertically. We're going to take one of our little strips here, and we're going to cut it down to 5 1/4. 5 1/4. So I'm cutting 3/4 of an inch off. We're going to save that. Might use it, might not. We'll see. I'm going to take my strip here, and I'm going to put my adhesive on the back side. And then we're going to put it along the side edge of this Berry Vanilla, which I'll show you here in a minute. I use that embossing folder on. I know you can't see, it's got quite a glare. There you go. I embossed it with that folder that's from the suite. It is the beautiful pattern embossing folder. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on my card front. Well, hopefully we won't rip. Sometimes when it's an embossed piece, I like to use the liquid glue because sometimes they will rip just because of the texture. All right, so I have my piece here, and this is going to go all the way across the front, just like that. So I'm going to attach that. Now each one of these cards I'm showing you, there's 6 cards, but each one is just a little bit different. Just so you can see the possibility, but you could make them all the same. All right, so that looks like vertical, that looks vertical. This one can go horizontally. So we're going to put that on the front, like so. And then I'm going to do, you know what, I really need a lot of Celebrate cards because I have, I think, 9 team members that January is their Stampin' Up! Anniversary. So I like to send them an anniversary card. And where's that punch? So I'm just going to use the Celebrate and send them a thing that is, some of them, it's their first anniversary, some of it's their 6-year anniversary with Stampin' Up! As well as Team Stamp Camp. So I need to get these in the mail ASAP. So sometimes it's easier to punch and then stamp or stamp and then punch, depending on what you want to do. I think I'm going to put it right there in the center, and I'm going to use Celebrate. Now this was from that Banner Sayings. It's the bundle that has the punch and then these little sayings. So this is going to be Celebrate. And I'm going to pop that up, I think, right there. Or maybe leave it flat. You know, my little thing that I like to do when I got little banners is to take the coordinating cardstock, little strip, place it behind my banner, like so. Let me get some dimensionals here. And I'll put that there, and then we'll just do this. And then we'll come in with our jewels here. I think I'll do a couple maybe up here, like so. And then maybe I'll put another one over here. So there's the second way. When we're done, I'll show you all 6 so you can see the difference. All right, so the third one, you have people waiting for you on your other video. Oh, I wonder how I got another. I don't know. I do not know. They changed everything here. Catching on a little late. Well, I'll tell you what, they changed how they do their streaming on YouTube, so it took me a minute, and then I was instantly live, which I was not ready for. All right, so we're going to use these long strips up first. I'm not sure. At the Stamp Camp, you have people waiting for you on your other video. I am perplexed. I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4. I'm going to have to do some research. And this one I'm going to cut down to 5 1/4. So I'm going to keep those. Again, I have the Very Vanilla that I embossed with that coordinating embossing folder. And we're going to attach that to our side here. Hey, Bill, can you hear me? They're saying that there's people waiting on at the Stamp Camp for me for the. Okay, see what you can find out. Crazy. All right, so I'm going to attach this, and then I'm going to put one of these on my Mossy Meadow mat. And then we're going to put this on the card front. Like so. And then I'm going to add a little piece here. I think I will put it there. Should fit my Celebrate. When we're done, I'll show you the other ones, my kind of prototype, where I use the sentiments from the bundle and the die cuts from the bundle. We'll pop that up. And we'll put that down here so that it's straight on there. All right, perfect. And then we'll put our gems. Maybe I think this time I'm going to go with the white. And I'm going to put them up here at the top, a couple. And then we'll put a little one on here. So even though they're white, when you get them on there, it almost looks like berry vanilla. So what am I in here? This one again, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. They're all the same card base as far as the color might be different, but the size is the same. This is our last strip. We're going to take that. This time I'm going to put it all the way to the edge. I'm not going to have the vanilla showing on the side. And we're going to put that on our card front. Just little subtle changes like that can really change the look of the card. We're going to attach our paper again. And we'll attach that. Now I could pop this up too, but I'm going to keep it flat. Kind of center that on there. Maybe I'll use this one for my Celebrate and put it on the other side. Just changing things up just slightly will change the look of the card. Maybe this time I won't pop it up, I'll leave it flat. Like that. I'm going to use the white again. And this time maybe I'll put a couple down here. Maybe a little closer. And put one there. This paper is just gorgeous. All right, so next, we're out of the strips, so now we're just focusing on our 3x4 pieces. This time I'm going to go horizontally. Again, I have the Berry Vanilla that I embossed. It's kind of hard. Oops. It's even harder when your camera disappears. There we go. Okay, and then we have these little strips that we cut off. I am going to make a faux. The illusion is going to be that it is going across the whole front of my card, but it's not. It's just these little pieces that we were left over with. The trick here, I'm going to try to use my grid, is to get it the same because you do not have that strip going all the way across. So you want it to look like it's a full strip. So you want it to look straight. Let me get this in here. So that looks straight, right? We're going to take one of these. Which one looks like it could go on an angle? This one. We're going to attach this to this mossy meadow. And now we're going to take it and attach it to our card front. This looks good. Like so. That's your illusion. It looks like that goes all the way across, but it does not. It's a great way to use up those little strips. That was just a 3/4 inch by 2 inch piece. We're going to mat that on our Mossy Meadow card. Now my sentiment. I think I'm going to go up in this corner here. Grab my ink pad. Maybe I want this banner. I love the choice of the different banners. I'm going to keep this one flat, I think. And I'm just going to put it in the corner up here. And then I'll come in. This time I'll go back to the crumb cake maybe. And maybe I'll put a couple along the edge here. Maybe I'll space it out a little bit more. There you go. Now for these Mossy Meadows, you're going to want to put a Very Vanilla piece on the inside for stamping and writing on the inside. If you wanted to use that second sheet to make some strips for the inside, you could do that, or use the stamp set and stamp an image on the inside. All right, cruising along here. Thank you for leaving them a note directing them here. I don't know what's going on. I'll have to figure it out once I'm off. But I'm thinking it's got to do with one of my channels is the TheStampCamp, but it's under Glenda Calkins, so that's what I'm thinking it is. It's like one channel is Glenda Calkins and one channel is showing up as the TheStampCamp. New year, they change everything up probably, so I didn't catch that. Nobody sent me the memo. All right, and then we're gonna mat this. This is going to go on the card front. This was embossed again. I just like to add that texture versus just a plain piece of Very Vanilla. I like the texture. So this, because I'm a little sparser down here, I'm gonna put my banner going down there. And then two more after this one. And I think I saved the best for last. Put that. Like I said, you could pop it up or you can leave it flat. The choice is yours. I'm going to, let's see, maybe I'll put a couple up here. And then a little one down here. Gorgeous. All right, so the last two, like I'm saying, I think are the best, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. All right, so we're going to start out with our Mossy Meadow. This is embossed. I know it's not picking up good. And it's just a one little tweak that I'm doing for these last two cards, but you'll just by adding one little extra piece of cardstock, I think really can make it pop. All right, let's see. I guess it doesn't matter because the last two are going to be horizontally. Now this time I'm matting it on the Very Vanilla. All right. And this is where just that little switch of paper and this just added little piece of this Mossy Meadow is going to change the whole, I think it changes the whole look of the card. It just, I don't know, to me it looks richer. All right, so we're going to attach that like that. I have one little thing left, so I'm going to punch a few more of these banners. Again, check back later and I'll put when this banner sayings bundle is supposed to be back into the warehouse. I think I'm going to put it down here. So pretty. Cameras, pictures never do these things justice. When you see them in person and you actually see that paper in person, beautiful. All right, so I'm going to keep it flat. I'm going to put it along the edge here. Maybe I will line it up along the vanilla on the side. And then I am going to put a couple of these kind of right along the edge here. Straight. There we go. And then one on my, there. So pretty. Just that added green here and the Very Vanilla. Love it. Now the final card, I'm switching it up and I'm going to go to Very Vanilla. Same size, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm really gonna finish that. Now I have the Mossy Meadow, which I embossed with that same embossing folder. It's really grainy, not showing very well. We're gonna put that on here. Here's our final piece. We're gonna put it on Very Vanilla. And then we're going to put that on the card front. Look at the change. Just change your cardstock colors. Huge difference. All right, and then where do I want? Does that look crooked? Where do I want my sentiment? I think I'll put it up there. Last time I got to open up this ink pad. Celebrate. I could pop it up, but I'm going to leave it flat. I'm going to show you my prototype cards are a little bit different. Do I want to go? I think I do. I want to go all the way to the edge with the Very Vanilla. All right, and then I will come in with my jewels here. Let's see, I'll go this side. And then we'll put one on here. Love it. All right, so 6 cards. All right, so here's the 6. See if I can get these all in. This is the faux strip. And these are the, see the difference? Like this is all the way to the edge. This has a little vanilla showing. It's all by your choice, what you like. So this one is like this, but then I went the strip all the way across this way instead of vertically. And then we started off with the very vanilla. Try to move all these in place. So 6 cards, that one 12 by 12 sheet is the Brushed with Beauty Designer Series paper. If you are in my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club, you will find the One Sheet Wonder download pattern and measurement sheet in the photo gallery on my blog. If you are in my One Sheet Wonder Club, tomorrow you will find this in the photo gallery on my blog. Now I'll show you my prototypes. This one is pretty much the same. This one is just a little bit different. See how I changed the sentiment for tonight? I added that little strip behind there. This one I didn't pop it up. It is flat, but the overall layout is the same. This one, I used the coordinating bundle and sentiment or dies from the suite, and then this one I used the banner saying, so just a little bit different there just by the sentiment. This one I used the coordinating dies and stamp set from the suite, but I also put a little circle behind it and popped that up. So that's, and then this one has the banner saying, so a little bit different, not much. Let's see. This is what I call the fake strip. That one is the same, other than this is popped up, this one is not, but they look pretty much the same. This one, I just changed the position of the gems and where I positioned my sentiment piece. But other than that, they're the same. Here's the same with this one. I changed where I put my sentiment piece, and then I popped it up on this one, and it is not popped up on that one. And then I reversed where I put my gems. And then the same with this. It popped up, not popped up. Other than that, just the position. And the reason I put the sentiment in a different position is maybe it didn't cover up like a flower here. It's same with down here. So I kind of put my sentiments around where I'm not going to cover up an image that I really want to showcase, which would be a pretty flower where I will cover up greenery. I mean, I could put the sentiment across here, cover up the leaves. Totally up to you. They're all gorgeous no matter which way you put them. So there I have a bundle that will be going out in the mail to my team for celebrating their Stamp Camp at Home, or their Team Stamp Camp anniversary, as well as Stampin' Up anniversary. But that is it for tonight. I hope you love these as much as I do. I think the paper is gorgeous. They turned out great. So again, if you are a club member, you'll find that in the photo gallery on my blog. If you would like the PDF file, it's not a PDF file, it's a download project sheet and One Sheet Wonder pattern, you can email me and I will send you a PayPal invoice for $9.95. Otherwise, join one of my clubs and you get lots all month long. So that is it for tonight. I appreciate you sticking with me and starting early. I'm going to figure out this YouTube and see how they got the new year starting with new stuff. So hopefully we'll get it figured out by next week. But that is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.